Hi class! Today we're working on Chapter 1, Lesson 7, Distance in the Coordinate Plane. So when we read maps, this is something that we actually use. So what's a coordinate plane? A coordinate plane is a grid formed by the intersection of two number lines. You can use a coordinate plane to locate and name points. So here is a picture of a grid that we could call a coordinate plane. So the first thing I want you to identify is the y-axis is a vertical number line. Okay. The x-axis is a horizontal number line. I think of this as because the y has a line that goes down, and so does the y line goes down. The axis is divided the plane into 4 quadrants. The word we're missing here is quadrants. So this is quadrant 1. This is quadrant 2. This is quadrant 3. And this is quadrant 4. The O indicates the origin. This is where it all starts, where the axis intersects. So right there. This smack dab in the middle is the 0. An ordered pair x, y gives the coordinates of locating a point. X always comes first, y always comes second. So that means we go back this way or this way for x first, and then up or down for y. So if we wanted to locate the coordinates 2 and -4, let's do this in a different color, 2 and -4, the x goes across, or right and left. So 1, 2, but then it goes down -4. 1, 2, 3, 4. That is the point that 2 and -4 identifies. So we recently learned about the Pythagorean theorem. We're going to put that to work in what we're discovering right now. So let's take this step by step. Finding distance on a coordinate plane. Find the distance between C and D. So C is going to be 2, 2. So over 2, up 2. So there's point C. And point D is going to be 6, 5. So we're going to go over 6, up 5. That's point D. So we want to find, so the first step is to graph C and D, and that's what we just did. Now we want to connect the points like a right triangle. So we're going to connect here and here. Identify the point of intersection. So this is where it intersects. So that means it's going to be 6 is the x. And then how many up? 2 up. So this is the point of intersection, 6, 2. Subtract the x coordinates to find the length of the horizontal leg and vertical leg. So sorry, the x coordinates and then the vertical leg are the y coordinates. So for example, the x is going to be 6 and 2. So we subtract those two. 6 subtract 2 is 4. And then if we subtract 5 and 2, that's the y coordinates are going to equal 3. So now if we use the Pythagorean theorem, we can find the distance between C, and D. So we go A squared plus B squared equals C squared. So A, the first one, is going to be 4 squared plus 3 squared, and then we want to find out what C squared is. 4 times 4 is 16, plus 3 times 3 is 9, equals C squared. Add those together. 25 equals C squared. Find the square root. C equals 5. And that is our answer. How cool is that? Okay, let's try another one. The library is 5 miles north of your house. So let's just say our house is right here. Oh, cute little pink house. And the library is 5 miles north. If you needed to know direction, north is up, south is down, east is right, west is to the left. So the library is 5 miles north. Here's the library. The post office is 6 miles east. There's the post office. To the nearest mile, how far is the library from the post office? So we want to find this. So let's see. This side, we're looking at A squared plus B squared equals C squared. So the library is 5 miles, so 5 squared. The post office is 6 squared equals C squared, because this forms a right triangle. 25 plus 36 equals C squared. 36 plus 25 is going to equal 61. So C squared equals 61. We want the square root. And if we do the square root on a calculator, it's going to equal 7.8102496676. We just want to round. So 7.8, if we round, the 8 makes the 7 go up. So it's about 8. And to say it's about, you do a squiggly equal line. So C equals approximately 8. These next two I'd like you to try on your own. Press pause, do the work, show the work, come back, and see if you got the correct answer. So this first one, you want to take your 2 points and subtract. I saw that 7 and 9 were bigger than the 2 and the 1, so I put them first so I didn't have to deal with a negative number, and did 7 subtract 2 equals 5. So one side is 5 and the other side is 9 subtract 1, and that equaled 8. 5 squared plus 8 squared equals C squared. 25 plus 64 equals C squared. 89 equals C squared. You want the square root of both sides, and that's going to equal approximately 9.4. Looking at the second one. So I drew a little picture to help me out. One side was 3, the other was 5. We want to find the hypotenuse. 3 squared is 9, 5 squared is 25, equals C squared. Add those together, you get 34. The square root of 34, you can use a calculator, is this long number. And so it said to round to the nearest mile. 8 makes the 5 go up, so therefore it's 6 miles. Okay, so check your understanding. Match each ordered pair with the appropriate quadrant. So -4, 2. So this is the x, this is the y. X always goes first. So X, back -4, 1, 2, 3, 4, up 2, 1, 2. What quadrant is this? We always start here. Let's label the quadrants first. Quadrant 1, quadrant 2. These are Roman numerals. Quadrant 3, quadrant 4. The Roman numeral 5 is just a V. This means 1 before 5. That's why it looks like that for 4. So where's this one? Quadrant 2. The next one, 3, 5. So 1, 2, 3, up 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Quadrant 1. Notice positive, positive equals quadrant 1. The X negative, but the Y is positive equals quadrant 2. Number 3, we have 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10, 11, 12. It's about here. And then down 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That is going to be quadrant 4. So if the Y is negative but the X is positive, quadrant 4. And the last one, -7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, down 1. Quadrant 3. Both are negative, quadrant 3. Okay, so your homework for today is page 39, numbers 9 through 15.